or welcome back to my channel. My name's Lisa Jane, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a book haul. So these are books that I've either been gifted from other people or I've bought myself over the last, I think it's 3 months. So I've done them into piles beside me. So I've got February's, March and April. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. I'm sure you will have seen many of these books before. However, I just wanted to show you some of the books I've bought recently. So we'll start with February's books. My mum was really kind and bought me 2 books in February. She bought me The Crimson Moth and The Rebel Witch. She both bought me the hardbacks. I used to love the paperbacks, not softbacks, the paperbacks. However, I actually enjoy reading the hardbacks now as well. I just feel like they're more firm, and I don't know how to explain it, but basically I don't mind either or now, and I quite like the hardbacks, the way they look on the shelf. So I've got, The Crimson Moth and The Rebel Witch. I've recently just read The Crimson Moth. 5 stars, absolutely loved it, and I would highly recommend. And I will be doing my summer TBR cart sort out at some point, which will be going up after this video, and I'll probably be putting The Rebel Witch in there because I can't wait to finish off this duology and find out what's going to happen next. If you don't know what The Crimson Moth is about, it is about a witch and a witch hunter, but it's so much more than that. It just says, enchanting and deeply romantic, it drew me in with the first sentence and left me breathless by the last. A story that unfolds like a spell and one that is destined to capture your heart. That was a quote by Rebecca Ross. And then another quote is, a steamy game of cat and mouse between witch and witch hunter played out against a backdrop of opulence, secrets and bloody history. I couldn't look away. I ate this up and read it. I think it was only in a couple of days I got through this. Really read it fast. So yeah, highly recommend. Some other books I got in March. These were, I can't remember what these were for. I'm trying to think what these ones were for. My husband bought me these, and I can't remember, but he bought me the Wicked box set. So we've got Wicked, A Son of a Witch, A Lion Among Men and Out of Oz. So I've got the 4 books. However, I've not read any of them yet. Wicked has been on my TBR cart a little while and not been chosen yet, and it probably will be going back on there. However, this box set, I bought it mainly because I went to see the movie, absolutely loved it, and I loved Wizard of Oz when I was younger as well. So it just made me want to pick these up. Afterwards, I have found out that these books are very different. I don't know if they're even a bit spicy as well. So I will let you know my thoughts on this when I read it, but they are another box set of books I received in February. And then the last 2 I bought, these were ones I just picked up, and they were in Asda, and you can get the deals like 2 for £9 or something like that. And I bought, ready for when I finish my Throne of Glass series, I've got House of Sky and Breath and House of Earth and Blood, and I've got the 3rd one on order in the paperback. These, like I said, I haven't read these yet. I haven't even read the backs of them, and I couldn't tell you. If you know which one comes first, please feel free to let me know in the comments, but these are obviously something I want to read after the Throne of Glass series. Then we move on to March. March was Mother's Day. My children are a bit older now, so I'm really lucky that my 18-year-old went out and got me a Waterstones gift card, and he with that Waterstones gift card I ordered this series. I think we're only up to this book that's released up to now anyway, and it is Spark of the Everflame, Glow of the Everflame and Heat of the Everflame. This will definitely be going on my TBR cart. It just says, when old secrets catch fire, everything must burn. All her life, healer DM Bellator has yearned to escape her tiny village in Emeryon. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that. A realm ruled by cruel demigods known as the Descended. Although her parents have always tried to shield her from the brutality, DM's world changes forever when her mother goes missing, leading her to uncover a dangerous secret that links her family to the dreaded Descended in ways she never imagined. The journey to unravel the web of mysteries DM's mother left behind is long and treacherous, and it soon leads her to the dark domain of those who rule her world, the Descended's royal palace itself. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it's classed as a romantasy. I could be wrong. But yeah, I can't wait to get into this series. And obviously I don't want to read the backs of the other 2 books because I don't want to give anything away for you or for me. I also got, for Mother's Day, because my husband always likes to buy me something as well, so I am a very, very lucky girl. He bought me the Hunger Games box set. I think I may have shown you this before, but these books, I'll just get them out the box because I don't know if you've seen them. If I can. I had trouble getting them out the first time. Let's see, I might not be able to do it. Let me just put you on pause and I'll see if I can get them out. So I've literally just managed to get them out the box. So the 4 books in the box set are obviously The Hunger Games, which is the first one. Just look at these sprayed edges again. They're just gorgeous. So we've got The Hunger Games, book 1. Catching Fire, which is book 2. These are just got all the foil on them, just gorgeous. And again, we've got some sprayed edges. Then we've got book 3, which is the Mockingjay. And again, we've got the sprayed edges. And they've got really like shiny bits on them of foil. It's lovely. And then we have the 4th book, which is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And this has got the sprayed edges as well. So I haven't read any of these yet. Again, I'm probably going to put The Hunger Games maybe on my TBR cart. The problem is I don't like starting lots of series. However, I do, obviously, I've watched the movies, so I am sort of aware of what is going to happen in all of these books, so I don't mind starting them as much. So yeah, just perfect. Yeah, I can't say no more than that. So I've now got to try and get them back in the box, so in a minute, so that's going to be good fun. The next book, I think I've bought all of these. I've got 3 more that I purchased in March. One of them was actually, one of them was The Sunrise. Is it Sunrise on the Reaping? Yeah. And I've read this already. Bought it the day it came out and I finished it. And I think that's what made me want to go back and read the other books again, which is why my husband bought them. So this one is Haymitch's story. I think the movie comes out next year. It was amazing. You can, I think I've said it in another video, quite possibly. I think it was in my reading wrap up for March. If you want to go and watch that, please do. This, you could really see why he is the way he is in the movies that we've already seen or the books you've already read. And I just got, God, it was 5 stars all round. I've had some really good reads this year already. Highly, highly recommend. I then bought, I think this was just because it was literally £2 in the works, The Rom-Commers by Catherine Center. I've not read any of her books. I think I've got another one on my cart, which was £2 as well. If you've read any of these, please let me know. I think the other one was, I can't think what it was called now. I actually can't remember what it was called. That's so bad. It's got like a dark blue cover. But if you've read any, please let me know what you think of her, because I'm eager to find out. But this may go on my TBR for the summer. And then the last one was First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. This is the edition with the sprayed edge again. I just love the works for sprayed edges. I've already read this one, and that'll be coming up in a... Will it be coming up in a wrap-up soon? I'm trying to think if it... Yeah, I think I've read this in April already this month. So this will be coming up in the reading wrap up, so I won't tell you too much about it now. We'll go into more detail then. But this is just about a male character called Aidan Valentine and Lucy Stone. And he obviously works in a radio station, but I'm not going to go too much into it. Then we move on to my April purchases. I went to again the Works. I just love the Works for a little wander round. And sometimes the books are so good, the prices are really good that you just have to pick them up. I picked up a Hannah Bonham Young book. I think this is going to be my first Hannah Bonham Young read. Again, not read this author before, so if you have and you recommend any of her other books, please let me know. Again, sprayed edges. They are just knocking them out at the minute. And this one, I think, is about a married couple. I think it's second chance romance. And they, I think from what I've heard, it's like them trying to rekindle a relationship. So I'm really looking forward to that one. I then have The Baby Dragon Cafe. I think this is like a romance and it's just a bit of a fun time, a cozy fantasy. Then we went to Waterstones in Liverpool. If you follow me over on Instagram, you will have seen these books already, but we went into Waterstones and I can't ever go in there without buying something. And I did want to buy this book in particular because I've seen it being talked about on BookTube and over on Bookstagram, and it is The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith. It's a YA fantasy, and I think it's set in like a Regency era. There's a prince in there anyway, and it's all about balls and different things. But the cover inside is just gorgeous. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. It just says, if you want a little bit of it, the season is officially open and high society girls line up to bargain with the immortal queen, Mo Yen, for qualities that will win them suitors: a perfect smile for the loss of a finger, an exquisite talent for piano in exchange for one's happiest childhood memory. Lady Ivy Benton plans to use her bargain to uncover the truth about what happened to her beloved sister Lydia, whose mysterious disappearance and reappearance means the Benton family have cast out by polite society. But instead, Ivy's season arrives with a shocking twist. The Queen announces a competition to win the hand of her fey son, Prince Bran. Marrying the prince is a prize that could save Ivy's family from ruin. So it's a fey fantasy as well. I love fey fantasies, I must admit. I think reading the ACOTAR series, and I think that's probably what starts a lot of people off on their fantasy reading journey, if you like. So yeah, I think I'm really going to love this one, but just the cover. So I've got this on display on my bookcase at the minute, a bit higher up. But yeah, I can't wait to read that. I then bought Nightweaver, another one I have seen on BookTube. This is a romantasy, and I think it's based on pirates, and that's not something I've delved into before. I love anything romantasy at the minute, so I'm sure I'll like this one. This one just says, for 17-year-old pirate Asta Oberon, or Oberon, however you want to pronounce it, and her family, life at sea has been a refuge for Nightweavers, or from Nightweavers, mystical beings with elemental powers that rule the land. But when the Oberons are finally defeated in an epic battle that shatters Asta's world, they are thrust into a new life to live among the very beings they hate. Handsome Nightweaver Will and his brooding brother Henry show Asta uncharacteristic mercy by offering the Oberons employment on their opulent estate. So I can't wait to read this one. There's just so many books I want to read, it's just getting around to them all. The next book I bought in Waterstones was Ruthless Vows. This is a special edition. I haven't actually got Divine Rivals, but they were doing you've probably seen, a buy one get one half price. So because I wanted this one, I thought I might as well just try and find another book in that deal, and this one was in it, and I know I want to read this duology, So I'm gonna look out for the first book. I might even see if I can get a special edition of it to match this one. So I obviously won't tell you about what this is about because it'd probably spoil the first one for you again and for me. And then last but not least, as I'm filming this video, it is Good Friday, and my husband, he is an absolute gem, and he treats me and my boys, I say boys, one's 18 and one's 14, so they'll be young men now. He always gets us an Easter bag, so we get a load of goodies in our bags, and he has treated me to this, is it This Woven Kingdom book set? I believe this is in the works for £15 at the moment. So it's like £5 a book, which is excellent. This is one I've seen, I can't think who it is on BookTube. I've seen read it and they've absolutely loved it. It's a YA fantasy, and I think the 4th book is coming out if it's not out already. So I can't wait to get into these as well. And it just says, to all the world, Alizé. Alizé? These names, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering them. So, to all this world, Alizé is a disposable servant, never to be known for who she really is. The long-lost heir to an ancient Jinn kingdom. She is hunted always, forced to hide in plain sight, lest she expose herself to danger, until one day she makes a mistake. The crown of Prince Camarán has heard the prophecies. He knows that the fearsome monster promised to kill his king. Darkness is fast descending upon his empire, driving Camarán to desperately seek out its source. But as he grows ever more suspicious of the servant girl with the strange eyes, the more he learns about her, and the harder it is to turn away, even if falling for someone like Alizé means forfeiting everything he's ever known. So this one sounds really good as well, and like I say, I won't read the other 2 synopsises just because I don't want to give anything away. So I hope you enjoyed my little book haul. This is a lot of books. I am a bit of a menace, shall we say, for buying books at the moment. However, I am going to try, she says, you heard it here, to go on a little bit of a book buying ban. Now, there are exceptions to the rule. Things like if I'm in the middle of a series and I haven't got the next book in it and I am desperate to read the next book, then I can buy that. And I want to only buy books that are new out that I really, really want to get to, which is what I've been doing basically, to be fair. But I now have over 200 books in my collection. I have read a fair few of them, but I think I've got about 130 sitting on my TBR to be read, and my reading speed is picking up, but however, I'm not that fast, so I'm desperate to read all the books I've got, but I might do a bit of another unhaul video at some point, as I know there are just a few that are still sitting up there that I haven't read that I might not want to read now. But anyway, that's for another video. I would love you to subscribe to this channel by pressing the subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining me again. If you've got this far, maybe comment I'm trying to think what we can put today. Maybe, just because I'm really excited for this series, maybe put the fire emoji in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.